Radio One.
Home is a place.
No, home is a feeling.
Home is my motherland.
It's more where you feel alive and inspired.
Well, I think we're talking about the same thing, aren't we? Home is where our story begins.
What's your story?
Homesick at Home every Friday from 9 to 10 p.m.
on Radio Van 103.1 with Ina MK
and Rina D.
Shot City. I'm coming home again.
Hello, and welcome to our evening English-speaking show, Homesick at Home on Radio Van. Yes, we are back. I'm back here in our studio. I miss this place, really. This is a November surprise for all our listeners and people who have been asking all the time, so where in the world our show was gone. So now here we are back, and we have another surprise. And we're ready to give you a lot of positive energy. And who are we? Because I am Ina MK. And who is the other person sitting here in our studio tonight? Yes, it's a she. Singer, songwriter, amazing woman, Rina D. Woohoo! Welcome.
Hello, Ina. How are you?
How are you?
I'm great.
How do you feel it on this, sitting on that chair in our studio in general? How are you?
It feels great. Up to now, it feels really great. I'd like to say hi and a very warm hi to all our listeners out there who have joined us tonight.
And Rena tonight is 2-in-1. Just like the shampoo. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for dessert. By the way, I would like to remind, if you don't live in Armenia, you don't need to have a frequency and 103, which is 103.1, by the way. You can just, first option, go to our website if you're sitting in front of your personal computer and go to www.radiovan.fm, click on the video button right in the right corner of your screen and watch and listen us live right now, right here. The other option is to go to our official Facebook page, which is Radio Van FM 103.1. We're right here live on air video, so you can watch us. Hello, everybody who's watching us right now. And the other option will be to download our application, Radio Van, and listen to us anywhere you go. So here are the options.
I just did that.
Yeah. Congratulations, Rina Jan. So tell us a little bit. How did you end up here?
You mean Radio Van?
Yes.
Well, I guess it was all because of you.
Okay. Nice to hear that.
We've known each other for quite some time now. Maybe we should tell people how we met.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't remember when it was. Most probably about a year ago, right?
Yeah,
we met through a common friend, Vahe Tilbian. We say hello to him if
Hi,
he's
Vahe-jan.
listening to us right now.
Yeah, well, we miss you already, so it's time to come back here.
Yes.
Homesick at home thing. Okay.
So Ina and I, we met through a common friend, Vahe Tilbian. I was doing a project with Vahe. The project was called Extensions. For those who are not familiar with the name Vahe Tilbian, we should let them know who he is. He was one of the singers with the genealogy who represented Armenia in the 2015 Eurovision Song Contest.
And that's how I met Vahe.
Yes. And Vahe had a single out last year that was called Moduheru.
Moduheru im Hayastan.
Yes, and Ina wrote the lyrics to that song, so this was how we met.
Are you happy?
Yes, of course. The question is, what about you?
We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I'm joking. Okay, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag now because, dear listeners, dear ladies and gents, Rena is not only my guest tonight, but she's going to be my co-host from now on. Every Friday from 9 to 10 p.m. We're gonna be here, hosting
Having a blast.
Yeah, having a blast, having fun, and hosting someone new each time and asking them all kinds of questions. But tonight we're going to interview each other, right?
Yep.
Yep. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Rina-jan, I want to ask you this one of the most frequently asked questions. How did you end up in Armenia? Because you have a big geography there, I know. Tell us your story.
Well, first of all, I will start by saying I'm glad that I ended up here. Very glad, actually. It was about 4 years ago that I moved to Yerevan, and it became my home. I was in Syria at the time, and right about the time that the issues started in Syria, I moved out. I stayed in Lebanon for a year and a half, and after that, I moved to Yerevan.
But why did you decide to move here eventually?
You
You did not like Lebanon?
No, I didn't.
Okay, that was honest. at least.
Yes. And the thing was that I had been to Yerevan many times. I had visited many times, maybe 4 or 5 times before I decided to move here for good. And when I knew that the issue in Syria was going to take very long, I decided to come here for good. I came with my parents and my children, and we've been here for 4 years, and we love it.
But aren't there any things that you miss the most about Syria?
There are some things that I do miss, but there are other things that kind of replace those things that I miss.
Okay, we'll speak about this more after we come back after advertisement break. Stay tuned. There we have a lot to discover. This is Homesick at Home, our English-speaking show. Steven's gone. Rafi's gone. Rena, de asa. What am I gonna do?
Well, dear, that's the way men are. Maybe you should try a woman.
What? Rena, kezi çeraf.
Ina hangızdatsi. I meant as a co-host.
Vay. Homesick at home.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night.
Yes, it's Friday night and we're here in our studio. Rena, what were you saying? Oh, okay. So, Renjan, you said that there are some things that you miss about Syria. So, what are they? If you had the chance to bring certain things from wherever you have lived, I know that you also lived in Australia, right?
Yes, for a very long period.
Okay, you want to tell about it, and then we'll share with our listeners what would you bring with you to Armenia.
Well, first I'll start off by saying, talk about my experience in Australia. I was born in Syria. I was 2 years old when my family immigrated to Australia, Sydney. And I lived there, I studied there, I graduated, and till I was 20 years of age. And we moved back to Syria. In Syria, we settled, and I got married. I had my children there. And like I said before, because of the issues and the political issues in Syria, we moved out for a year and a half in Lebanon and then to Armenia in August of 2013.
Have you seen any kangaroos?
Of course. We used to live with them.
Cool. Do you have one at your home?
I have small kangaroos and koalas. Don't forget the koalas.
Okay. And the oysters.
Yeah. The emus. We call them emus.
Yeah.
Very interesting animals. So regarding the question that you just asked me, Ina, about what it is that I would bring. It's not actually, it's more of like emotions more than things. There are certain emotions that I have felt. Maybe it wasn't because of the place, it was actually because of the circumstances and the time periods that I've been through. Certain emotions that I miss that I have felt in Syria.
Okay. Um, well, what is that thing that you would change about Armenia? Well, you've been here for how long?
I've been here for more than 4 years now.
Okay, that's enough for to have a complete picture of the things that are going on here, I think, and to get an idea of things that you would like to be kind of different, right?
There are certain things that I would like to change. I don't know if I can. I wish I could, but
If you had a magic stick.
yeah. Oh, don't we need that?
Well,
That would be wonderful.
and this is not a political show.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. And me being a musician, I can't be a politician at all. So.
Yeah, right.
The thing that I would like to change the most is to inspire the youth in Armenia with hope. Inspire them with hope towards this beautiful country that we are living in.
So what do you think we need for that?
Uh,
Who is the one to inspire youth?
The ones who should inspire youth are people like us, you and I. People who have known the advantages and disadvantages, who have accepted and who are optimistic. This is very important. And a very good way to inspire the youth would be through art, in my opinion. I try to do that as much as I can through my
Right.
music, through the projects that I do, and through encouraging the youth today here, the young musicians, the things that I do.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. By the way, sorry to interrupt you, but let's tell to our listeners finally, what do you do in Yerevan?
Other than the musical projects that I do, my performances and all of that, now I am trying to manage some artists, trying to get some artists go perform overseas. That's one thing that I do. And also certain places that I work in, I do jam sessions that I invite
Right.
teenagers. And I give them a platform where they feel
Right.
comfortable. That atmosphere is created where they feel comfortable, and we give them self-confidence so that they would believe in what they are doing in this country.
So these are new singers, people, children, or I don't know, youth that dreams to become a singer or to get a chance to get promoted as a singer. Is this right? You don't work with so-called stars.
Well, actually, I would like to think of them as people who have passion.
Okay.
This is what I would like to call them. Talents, or people who have passion, that fire in their hearts, and they believe in what they can do.
Okay. So have you already started some? What are the steps that you have made already towards this goal that you're moving to?
The jam sessions, we continuously have had them throughout the years, I could say for about 2 years, more than 2-3 years. And also another thing that I'm working on right now, as I said, was trying to manage some artists, upcoming artists, with contracts overseas or even events. And I'm preparing portfolios and all their demos, their photo shoots, so I can promote them overseas.
Okay. Can I apply for this program?
You have to audition first.
Okay. Okay. So, dear listeners, everything is honest, everything is fair. If you want to, well, by the way, if somebody wants to join this program, do they just write you on your Facebook page, or how How does this work?
Well, we're very flexible. We have many ways of doing this.
Okay. Well, from now on, you can find Rena D on every Friday from 9 to 10 on Radio Van. So, so go ahead and
Yes.
line up for this opportunity. Well, I have so many questions, Rena Jan, because first of all, I am discovering you tonight, I think, more and more, and I'm really enjoying this, and I think our listeners also are really interested to get to know you better. But feel free if you have questions, go ahead, because we're interviewing each other tonight.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Okay, 5 words that you would describe Armenia with.
I would say warmth, a feeling of belonging, just belonging, safety,
And Chorovat.
Chalagat.
Safety, okay, go ahead.
Music. I say music because I have been the most constructive here with my music.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How would you explain that?
Actually, I think I cannot explain that in words. That is why I'm doing what I'm doing with my music here.
Okay, some important things are unexplainable, dear listeners. And okay, are you ready for another question, or should I give you a word?
What word?
Your turn.
Yeah, I'd like to ask a few questions. I mean, I know you as a person who is very positive and very bubbly, and I love that about you. I have a few questions. The most interesting one would be, everybody knows you as Ina MK.
Mm-hmm.
What's the story with the MK?
Well, there is a story, and actually I've told it a couple of times on air here, but I'm ready to tell it again. Okay, I've been an exchange student in the United States in 2001, like one academical year, 2001, 2002, and my real last name is Makarchan. Okay, Makarchan.
Makarchan.
You know, Makartich means a baptizer.
Yes.
Okay, so the high school I was studying at in the United States, we had this thing that they were giving announcements all over the school, like audio announcements,
Okay.
like please come to the office to pick up something. You know, they were like announcing my name, saying Ina you know, like, okay, Ina MK, please come to the office to pick up a package. And so this was the story. They started to call me Ina MK, and I kind of got used to it, and then I liked it, and so I changed it. My Facebook profile, at least, is Ina MK. So that's the story.
That's a very cool story.
And by the way, I want to say hello to my. We had this Bible class in our school, and we had a really, really cool teacher, Kondo Simfukwe, and he was making fun of my last name. He was saying, Ina McCracklin, you crack me up, Ina McCracklin. And I was calling him Simfukwe, was his last name, so I was calling him Kung Fukwe. Kung Fu.
I mean, he was
So,
making fun with
Yeah,
your name, and
right.
look at his name.
Well, oh well. We were making fun of each other, and we were really good friends. So, well, I'm still in touch with a lot of people back in the United States. So this was a really cool experience for me, by the way. So let's get back to our guest / co-host. Rena Jan, do you have any phobias?
Phobias.
Yeah.
What is that?
Because you
What
seem
is that?
you seem such a brave and such a, just self-confident woman. But are there some things that you hide inside that you're really scared of?
What a question.
Yeah, of course. I've got a lot of them.
I mean, I do seem like I can say I am, and people say this a lot, that I'm a strong, brave woman. But I wasn't born like this. So I would say throughout the years, a lot of experiences, a lot of acknowledgements brought me to this. Phobias, actually, I can answer it in this way. I am not scared of phobias. Even if I do feel that I have a phobia, it doesn't scare
You
me.
face them.
I face it because I've learned throughout the years that everything that you kind of avoid, it haunts you. It comes
Right.
back to you. So
It's an eternal circle.
yes, so I try to face whatever it is, a phobia, a discomfort, whatever that
Okay,
might
what do you
be.
mean? Spiders? I don't know. Rats?
Uh,
Hates? Nothing?
I dislike cockroaches.
Oh, this. Okay, you
That's
don't
the
trust.
word for it.
You don't trust them.
I don't know them that well, so
Okay. Cockroach. Well, yeah, I don't like them either. But
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks for your answer. What about the story with what was the most challenging thing after you moved here?
The most challenging thing after I moved here. A lot of things were challenging, actually. First of all, I moved here. I wasn't very young when I moved here. And that was a challenge in itself. Starting from scratch, I would say, because back in Syria, I was quite known for what I was doing as an artist. I also taught English.
Mm-hmm.
As a teacher, as an artist, I was quite well known. When I came here, nobody knew me as a teacher or a singer. So that
Okay.
was kind of like a challenge, trying to rebuild my career. And alongside of that, trying to inspire my children with being constructive in this new place that
Right.
we have decided to be a home.
Right. Yeah. And do you think now, after all the 4 years that you've been here, that you managed to kind of move forward? How would you would you evaluate this road that you passed already?
I mean, I'm quite happy with what I've done here, with the, if I may call it a success. I'm happy with what I've achieved, but this will not stop me. I have many other plans, many other things to achieve, and I just have this feeling that I wish I was here. Much sooner, because I've realized that this is a place where I really can thrive, and it's a place that I feel that I belong. So I wish I was here much sooner.
Okay, so speaking of Homesick at Home, is this your home?
Of course it is.
Okay, short and true. Okay, do you like Ravi's music?
Oh, are we really going to do this?
Okay, next question. What would you take to a deserted island?
What would I take? How long am I staying there?
Who knows?
I mean, it all depends on...
Three things.
It would have to be pen and paper for sure, because I can't live without writing. Something that I could listen to music with.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can take some people with me, can I do that?
Okay.
I would
Okay.
definitely take my daughter, my son.
No. It's already like 4 things. That's enough. You have a limited list.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. Okay, first was music.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all your answers evolve around your creative nature, music, and everything. But I have this kind of, I don't know if I can ask this to you, but what do you do for fun besides creating music besides singing? Yeah, because it's like combining fun, something you enjoy, and work as well. But what other things
Well,
do
I
you do
guess
for
I'm
fun?
I'm I'm from the lucky ones because what I do is also fun.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was
yeah,
saying.
I mean, I'm very lucky that I enjoy what I do. My work is fun for me. It's a passion also. So what I do for fun is also it would have to be something to do with music as well because I mean, if you like, if you could actually surgically open me up and look what's inside,
Mm-hmm.
90% would be it would have to do with music.
What
So
is the other 10 then?
uh, maybe I discover alongside with you.
Okay. Okay, we're
I
going,
don't know.
ladies and gentlemen, well, we're going to discover the other 10% of Arena. Okay, so uh, when was the first time you've been to Armenia?
The first time was in 98 or
Mhm.
99. I don't remember.
Okay, but then finally you moved here in 2013, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so how did Armenia change if you
Uh,
compare Armenia in 1998
yeah,
and now maybe?
yeah. As a country, it has changed, but as a feeling, it's still the same for me.
And what were the changes that you saw? Well, aside the feeling, your emotional.
I mean, the changes the that I saw, the material changes that I saw were constructions. We had much more constructions, and people were a bit different than they were back then.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember one of the things that really bothered me, that really made me sad when I came first in 98, was that the expressions on children's faces. They used to look at me with something of a discomfort, with sadness, with something that they wanted to understand but they couldn't. This was the expression, the look that I saw, and this really made me sad because children shouldn't be looking at you like that. Seriously, it was something that touched me a lot. I mean, in a very negative way. But nowadays, you look at children and they are more happy. You see that brightness in their eyes, and I'm really glad.
Okay, you
That
think
has
that
changed.
these things have changed here now?
A lot of things have changed, yes.
Nice, a very, very positive and optimistic Rena. I think this is the time to listen to a song, which we will, well, we can introduce and we can talk about it now and then afterwards we can listen to it. Okay. I would like to share with our listeners that Rena Day's song is participating in November's Van Music Awards contest. Yes. The song is called Yours. The author of the song is Rena herself. So can you tell a little bit about this song, the story behind it, and the lyrics? What are they about? What are the emotions inside and behind these lyrics? Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
The song, something interesting about the song is that the music was written by a friend of mine and a great musician. His name is Gorta Devosyan. Mm-hmm. I say hi to him if he's listening right now.
Hello.
And I've written the lyrics to the song. This song was actually born while we were jamming.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's very interesting the way we came up with this song. So we were jamming and Gore started playing some chords on the guitar and I just started
la la la.
humming and just improvising some lyrics. and it just built up to a song. And the most interesting thing was that people came up to me after we finished the song, and they were like, a lot of people came up to me. I mean, more than 10 people came up to me and said, "What was this song that you were just doing?" It was beautiful. So I thought that maybe we should do something serious about this. And I asked Gor, I said, maybe we should try and put this in a form and record it. And we did.
And the lyrics?
I wrote the lyrics to the song. The lyrics is about, it's a bit deep. It's about a person who is no longer here right now. It's not specifically about a certain person. It's actually more about the feelings of losing certain people in your life.
Oh, this is very interesting, and we can speak about the lyrics in the song, but I think it is better to listen to it once rather than speaking about it. So let's do it right now, and then we will tell our listeners how they can vote for it. This is Homesick at Home, our English-speaking show with Renee.
Yours.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I wake up to this empty room. I'm in the middle of an ocean of worlds, but I die in silence. This earth without a sky, heart full of love, hands full of letters, room full of empty. I can find you in a sigh of a distance. You're never far away. I hear echoes of words that once was true. Close your eyes with me till our dreams fall asleep in the pulse of our pain. Your beauty lies on my skin, my fingers trace that memory. I still have the radio and cry scattered words over time. The sun is here, but only when I close my eyes, I see a world full of light. I dive between the folds of my sheets like clouds, my soul is flying. Look at me and read the poetry you left like scars on my skin. My poems are what your eyes never said. You smell of my sadness. You're the piece of mornings that I trespass to embrace. My wounds are windows to your soul. morning, and corners full of a familiar smell I choose to forget. Yours. Ina,
Yes, Rena.
I feel homesick.
You want to talk about it?
This Friday,
Every Friday on Radio Van.
homesick at home. Homesick at home.
Rena.
Yes.
Yes. This is not the mood on air right now. We're back in our studio. And for those of you who just tuned in, this is Homesick at Home, our English speaking show. And we're right now sitting here with Rena D and.
Ina MK.
Okay. And we would like to tell everybody that we're ready, we're new, we're fresh, we're excited to start this show with two girls, show.
Yeah.
Girls rule. Woohoo. Woo. Woo. Yeah. And so Rena Jan. Do you like the Armenian format or the English format of your name?
I like them both.
Okay. So we were speaking about your song. We just listened to it, and let's share with our listeners how they can vote for it.
Yes, the song has been submitted for Radio Van Awards for the month of November, and they can just go to the website of Radio Van, www.radiovan.fm, and click on the Music Awards section and just vote for the song that they like. Most probably, hopefully, it will be my song. Yours by Rinadi and Gorta Devosian. And they can vote daily.
Yeah, so if you have a Facebook account and if you want to support Rena, do it. You still have time till the end of this month.
Yes. And they can vote for it through the website, the official Facebook page, and also through my profile, if they like.
Yeah. So if you want to find it, you will. It's everywhere now.
Yeah.
So Rena, speaking of music, local performance here, are there any performance that you really like, local performance, and that you enjoy listening to?
We have a lot of good performers here, fantastic bands, a lot of talents. I always say this. I mean, Yerevan is like the source of talent, seriously. When it comes to art, not only music, art in any form. We have brilliant talents here. There are a lot of people that I enjoy listening to. I enjoy live performances throughout the week in Yerevan. I encourage a lot of artists, even in the places that I used to manage, that you know about. I encourage them, I invite them to perform there.
Well, this is great, and I'd like to also ask you, is there a world famous star or performer that you dream of or think of that you will ever sing with them on one stage, or maybe musicians, and then we can speak about the band that you perform with, the members of your band.
Yes, I get this question a lot, that if I have a particular performer that I would wish to perform with. A lot of people, actually. I've never thought about performing with anyone in particular, but a lot of people who do inspire me. Most of them are long gone, unfortunately.
Michael Jackson.
I love Michael Jackson, yes. I mean, but some of the people that do really inspire me have inspired me for a long time. One of them has been Ray Charles, but unfortunately he has passed away. Lots of other musicians. It depends on the style, because I am inspired by many musicians in different styles.
And by the way, how did you choose singing? Did you know from childhood that you want to do this? Or?
It's interesting because
I'm sorry, because I've always dreamt to be either a singer or an actress, or and,
Oh, wow.
and I ended up I ended up writing lyrics for songs. Well, I still have some connection with music, but
Yeah.
these are like dreams that probably were left behind. So how would you, probably I will ask in another way, how would you encourage people who kind of hesitate, because we can tell that you're a woman who followed her dreams and believed that she could be what she really wanted to be. So how would you encourage?
Well, you're going to have a first-hand experience with that, because now that you told me this is your dream, I'm going to make you do this.
Oh man, I'm stuck.
I do believe that everybody that has a passion, let's call it a passion, I like calling it a passion because it is a passion. They should follow that passion, because if they do not, that emptiness will never be filled.
Right.
And you need that outlet in your life, something that you can pour out all the negativity, if we can say negativity, and be filled with the positivity that you gain from all of that. So this is very important for everybody, no matter the gender, no matter the age, no matter the circumstances. I'm a strong believer that nothing is impossible in life. And people should always follow that passion, that fire in their heart, and try to do as much as they can with what they feel.
Are you going to teach me some singing techniques?
I'm going
do
to
you do that? In general?
See, this is something that I do not know how to do. I mean,
Okay.
I get a lot of people who come and ask me to teach them to sing. Because I've had no education, music education, I've only played the piano for a few years. But they come up to me and they say, please, can you teach us how to sing? And I say, honestly, I cannot do that. I don't know how to start. Because for me, singing is feeling. And how do you teach a person how to feel?
Okay, but there are certain vocal classes, right? That there are.
Yes, but I don't follow those. So for me, it's something totally different. So if I can inspire you to feel comfortable and to feel that you can say what you have inside, you know, be transparent with your feelings and those emotions, you know, be it fear, be it happiness, be it joy, whatever they are. If I can inspire you to do that, I can teach you how to sing. That's my way of looking at it.
We'll start from next Friday.
We can start now if you want.
1 5-minute class each time we're on air. This is going to be fun. Okay, I have this this question. Do you believe in reincarnation?
It's interesting. It's interesting why you're asking me this question. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Who would you want to be in your next life then?
I don't know who I'd want to be. I haven't really
Maybe a tree
thought about
or
that. But I'd like to come back as a better version of whoever I am right now.
And you'll be for sure connected with music.
Hopefully.
I can tell this for you.
Hopefully. But I do believe that I am a very old soul. This is what I believe in.
Okay. We'll speak about it the next times we're on air.
But I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead. This is the right time because we have only like 7 minutes left.
Okay. I wanted to talk to you about you being a lyricist. How did this all start?
Yeah, well, I've been writing poems for quite a long time. but this was just something very personal, and I wouldn't really share it with a lot of people. So there were certain close friends who were reading them and who were telling me, oh, you have to publish them or do something with this. And I was like, okay, but I'm writing it for myself. But I have a composer friend who her name is Shushan, and it was, I think, 6 years ago. Do you remember when the Japan earthquake happened? It was like 6 or 7 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay, so when she heard about this, that this disaster happened, she was really, well, not inspired, but she felt like we as a nation who have faced this same problem in 1988 and who were supported by so many some nations around the world, that we need to do something about it. And she, as a musician, she felt that she could do it through music. So she wrote music, like an anthem to support Japan. And she came up to me with this music and said, okay, you write your poems, now it's time to write lyrics for songs. So you go ahead and you just need to write the lyrics. And I wrote it in one night. It happened really fast. It was like something that just was born.
Wow.
And this song was called Revive Japan. It was performed by Armenian stars, singers. And we released a video, and it was sent to Japan embassy, and then it was also broadcasted in Japan as well. And a lot of people, Japanese people, were touched by this song. So it kind of had a message that went through, and people heard about this, and we were inspired by this, and we're very excited that we could do something about it. And then we had plans to connect this song with some charity, I don't know, selling procedures that we can send some money to the families that suffered this earthquake. But we did as much as we could, and this was the message that that went through. And so this is how it started. And then you know about the Eurovision song, then I worked with different local and also local performers, and also performers from abroad. So this is something I, as you call, passion. This is something I really enjoy doing, and I hope that I will keep doing no matter where I am.
Hopefully.
Yeah. By the way, we can do something.
I was going to suggest the same thing, you know. Actually, that's a very touching and beautiful story. And we say hi to Shushanik, if she's listening right now, Shushan. And we thank her for encouraging you.
Yeah, this was something motivating, and this is something that I will remember, of course. And you spoke about emotions, and that the music that you do is about emotions and feelings. And I think this is, for me also, it always also started from something emotional.
Yes.
And whatever you do with emotions or with certain feelings, it always works out
Of
something
course.
good.
Yes, if it's real, what you feel is real, and what you're dedicated to is real. You can never go wrong.
Okay, dear listeners, we're starting something we're starting a big theme here. But unfortunately, we have only 2 minutes left. And time flew by, as always, in the studio.
Yeah.
Rena, did you notice that? I was telling you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we kind of figured out that the more that we speak, the more questions we have to each other. But this is something we can do each Friday from 9 to 10 from now on. So stay tuned. We will be waiting for and looking forward for these shows. And we'll be having interesting guests over to speak with them to discover what they
Yes.
feel about Armenia and also about the places they've been around the world. And of course, we'll be enjoying doing all of this for you, for those of you who want to learn English or you understand English or to listening to us. And by the way, I would love to mention Irene before we go off the air. She's one of our very loyal listeners. She always listened to us, and before we had the American in Yerevan format, we had callers in our studio, and she used to always call us and ask all kinds of interesting questions. So she just wrote a comment to us that this was a great show, as always, and she really enjoyed it. So now we have our first feedback.
Thank you, Irene.
Thank
Hello.
you, Irene. Hello, and hope that you will keep on listening to us, and also a lot of other people. We'll be
Yes.
looking forward to being here
Every Friday.
every Friday night from 9 to 10 p.m. with Reina D.
And Ina MK.
Stay tuned. Have a great weekend.
Goodbye.